Yeah, you ready, guys, for PWF show? Let's do it. Woo!
Yep, but Lesnar kicked John Cena's ass last night. Absolutely, yeah. But let's welcome everybody to the PWF show. Sit back, relax. I'm relaxed, I'm just chilling here like this. Long day today I had, but I'm here for my PWF fans. So I'm the host tonight, of course, the one and only, the chosen one, the face of PWF, the champion of champions, Captain Awesome. Yes, I'm here, and before we start the Summerslam review of 2014, first off, make sure you like our Facebook page and our Facebook group, which is Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. Make sure you follow our Twitter at PWF is War. Yes, do that. And you can follow my personal account if you're a fan of moi, which is Captain Free Awesome. Do that now, or just what happened last night, I will do that to you. If you don't follow my Twitter, I will give you 3 F5s, maybe 10. We'll see. But anyway, you can subscribe as well if you haven't already. You'll be a fool not to subscribe now. Subscribe, and I want to give a shout out to a guy. Shout out to my PWF guy, the original guy. Everyone knows him as the Arabian Wolf, Paul Jazer. Yeah, he's got a new channel. It's his side thing. He hasn't left, guys. Don't worry, he hasn't left. But it's his side thing. He's got going, which is Project Pipe Bomb. Yeah, Project Pipe Bomb is his YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. Project Pipe Bomb, and let's start the show. Let's get the show underway. It's SummerSlam 2014. Start off with Hulk Hogan. Yes, Hulk Hogan coming out with a big pop, and he says he couldn't think of a better way to kick off SummerSlam than with the Hulkster himself, brother. And he talks about how big tonight is, and then he talks about Los Angeles, and then of course, it wasn't surprises why he was out there, was it? Because he's only there for one thing, is to plug. The plug. $9.99, the WWE Network. $9.99, guys. $9.99. Yeah. There was rumours of, obviously, yesterday he was going to appear, but it was going to be at backstage. I didn't think he was going to appear on TV, but he did. I just see pointless and fed up, and then he said, no matter where you are paying $9.99 for the WWE Network. Which is, and that's it. And then he went off to the sunset or whatever you have to do, So after that, we had the first match of the night. It was the WWE Intercontinental Title match, which is the Miz defending his championship against the show-off himself, Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, be honest with you, I thought this match, I didn't think I thought it was going to be like my prediction show. I thought it was going to be decent. I chose the Miz because I thought it'd be pretty early for him to drop the title, and he's going with this new Hollywood gimmick and going back to this arrogant, dickhead style heel tactic, heel way, and I was really before. Be fair, the match was really good. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a great start to the open match. You know, back and forth. You had at one stage, you know, one stage the Miz did the crushing finale, skull crushing finale, and the Miz Ziggler kicked out of it. I thought that was pretty good, cool moment there, and I think, and then Ziggler did was it ducks the boot and then hits the zigzag for the win. So he got the win because he missed after the Miz did the boot, but he moves out the way and then he did the zigzag, which was it was really, I thought it was a really good match. You know, there was obviously the Miz did the figure four. You know, he did it it was a decent one. It wasn't. He never knows how to do the figure four, but you know that was pretty much it. You know, we got a new champion. Ziggler's crowned the new WWE IC champion. Completely, I was quite a bit surprised. Very happy it was. I'm very happy that he did win. You know, even though I didn't pick him to win in my prediction, I'm happy that he did win. And now we've got a new era of the show off. He's now, second time IC champion, never hold the classic belt. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes, you know, where he's going to... I'm sure Miz will get a rematch, so probably it's not the end of the feud. But yeah, overall, I thought it was really good. It's a good start for SummerSlam. Thumbs up from me for that. Yeah, so we move on. After we had some like backstage stuff like Tom Phillips, Tom Phillips, who's he? And I think it was Brie Bella, and she says that she did a lot of reflecting during her incarceration, that she says that Stephanie McMahon has put everyone through hell, and tonight she's going to take out She Beast because it's best for business. She Beast, best for business. Okay, well, you know, when Brie talks, I think no one cares, no one listens. I just changed the channel, to be honest with you. No disrespect to Daniel Bryan's wife. Anyway, moving on to following that, we had some Divas action. We had the WWE Divas title match between Paige versus AJ Lee. Yeah. You know, obviously AJ Lee's defending her Divas title. Kind of, you know, she got a pop, you know, as always. Overall, it wasn't a long match, as you know, which I would liked, but there was obviously some CM Punk chants. Typical, isn't it? The crowd are still not, you know, they're still chanting CM Punk to AJ. I think you fans are very disrespectful doing that. I mean, I'm a fan of CM Punk, but I don't. You need to move on. You have to move on. You know, let it go. Just let it go. You know, watch that YouTube video. Maybe you'll get some sense to it. Just let it go. You know, it's not right. You know, chant AJ Lee. Don't chant CM Punk. He's having his time off. Whatever. He will come back he will come back one day, but I don't know when. But he will come back. Just leave it. Let it go. But about the match, yeah, I thought the match itself was pretty damn good, actually. Better than Battleground. Battleground was, you know, it was really bad. There was no chemistry. It was pretty slow, the pace. And I thought, you know, overall the match was a little bit more pace to it. I thought Paige, you know, she was pretty much dominant the match. I mean, she was aggressive, you know, she had some new streak about her. And she also, you know, what would be quite funny if she came out as AJ Lee, she just dressed as AJ Lee's ring attire. That would really be complete the stalker stuff. Completely. I mean, she skipped. Why not dress like AJ Lee? I mean, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah. Overall, you know, I think the match was, you know, the Paige turn up, she reversed it. She was going to do the Paige turn to AJ Lee, and then she reversed it to the STO, which was pretty cool moment as well. And yeah, Paige also did a kick to AJ Lee, which was a good spot. But Paige obviously, AJ Lee did the Black Widow or STO, but well, yeah, AJ Lee she turns into Black Widow, and then Paige then drops the DDT, some kind of DDT she holds, and she just drops her and got the win. Pretty. I was really quite surprised. I was like, oh, well, she's ready to drop the title. She just won the title, AJ. I mean, she just lost it like that. I'm not pissed off or anything because I'm a fan of both divas. But I did obviously pick AJ to retain, but it didn't happen. But Paige is now the new Divas champion, and she only just turned 22, so it must be a great birthday to be champion, second time reign now. Good luck to her. I mean, I think this feud will go on for months. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think it's been I think it's been kind of a good build up, but the match, it did deliver in a way, but I still think it didn't shine, and it didn't steal the show. I wouldn't say it was match of the year candidate. I wouldn't say that. I still hope maybe if they have another match, third time lucky, they will. But it was a good match still. It was, even though it was a short. The time schedule was, it was limited. So if they might have had longer time, it might potentially have been a match of the year. But yeah, it was good stuff. Good match. Better than Battleground. 100% happy for Paige. We'll see where it carries on. What will happen with AJ Lee now? But I expect to get a rematch, and that's pretty much it. Now we move to the next. We had Sting promo for 2K15, and then after that you had the flag match, which was Rusev versus Swagger. Apparently, for the rules of this match is that the winner, if the one who wins the match, will lift their flag and spray it in the ring and do their national anthem, I think. Yeah, and I mean, kind of ridiculous. I mean, I thought when it was a flag match, it would be in the corner in the turnbuckle ring post. Like hang it up, and then you have to grab it, and then you win the match. But I guess rules are different now, flag match. But for years it was like that. I didn't understand why it was like that. But I was really disappointed. I thought this match wasn't as I thought it was going to be good as it. I thought it was going to be better than I thought it was expected. It was decent, pretty average at times. I mean, Rusev was trying to sell the leg injury. I thought that was a bit mediocre. And then obviously fans were chanting USA a lot. And then, before the match, I think also before the match, when Swagger had his entrance, you had the military having the flag when doing Jack Swagger's entrance. But that was alright. But overall, the match was not really. I wasn't really all for it. I think it was just ridiculous. You call it a flag match when it wasn't really a flag match. It was just a normal match to me. It was pointless. Just a waste of a bit of a build-up with the flags, because they've been how many times from Raw and SmackDown main event they've been always carrying USA flag and Russia flags, and nothing come out of it. It's just like they just think I don't know. I just thought it was ridiculous having the flags outside the ring, and the winner obviously will lift their flag and sing the national anthem. I thought it was pointless. But at one stage, I thought Swagger was going to he hit the Patriot lock, and I thought he was going to make Rusev tap out. I thought he was going to tap out, but he didn't. And obviously there was a "We the People" chant in the match, and pretty much that it. And I just think, you know, Rusev obviously won the match in the end. He did that spin kick, you know, which is like a finisher move for Tyler Breeze at NXT. If you don't know who he is, go and check NXT. But yeah, after that he hit the kick, and then he locks the Alkalide, and he just passed out. He didn't tap out, he just passed. Just kind of what happened WrestleMania, you know, with Stone Cold versus Bret Hart, you know, when Stone Cold passed out when he was full of blood. But you know, it's not that caliber. It's not the same caliber match as this one was, no. But yeah, overall, I was very disappointed, and just disappointed how it was. But that match with Stone Cold, that was WrestleMania 13. WrestleMania 13, that's it. But yeah, I just really disappointed in the match. Maybe the feud isn't ended. I think it's going to continue, perhaps, and we'll see where it goes now. But Rusev, I actually thought Rusev was going to lose. Because Swagger has so much momentum going in, winning so many matches. I thought maybe this is probably the end of Rusev. Because I thought originally it was a flag match. I thought, Rusev doesn't have to get pinned or tap out. He would just lose, you know, just because he picked up the flag, and that's how he would lose. But that didn't happen. It wasn't really a flag match. So. But after the match, I think, you know, Lana was just taunting and yelling at Zeb, and Rusev just did a big kick to the head to Zeb. I thought, wow, you know, I mean, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it? I mean, he's a veteran. He's a veteran. He was in the army, Vietnamese army, and whatever. You know, come on, man. It's just didn't have to do that. Poor fella. I think he's going to be. Probably, you know, he might not even be on Raw tonight because of that. You know. But yeah, obviously Lana and Rusev standing over the tool, waving their flag, and then they had that Russian national anthem played, and, you know, and that was it. Pretty much. Move on to the next match. It was the Lumberjack match which was Seth Rollins, the Money in the Bank winner, versus Dean Ambrose. Obviously, 20 superstars surrounded the ring. Don't know what Damien Sandow was wearing, but hey, But yeah, I mean, to me, overall, I thought this match would be the show stealer. I thought out of all the matches in the card, I thought this was going to be the show stealer, and it just disappointed me. It really didn't deliver as it thought it would. It wasn't even really a match. It was just a brawl match. It was the wrong kind of match for these two. It shouldn't have been a lumberjack match. It should have been at least. To me, I would go a Hell in a Cell or steel cage match if they used a steel cage and a Hell in a Cell. But it should have been that. Lumberjack wasn't the right one. You know, I just had the feeling, you know, eventually Authority Kane probably will come down or interfere. He did came down. He was ordering the superstars, and you know they did some cool. There was like they were fighting everywhere. I mean, up in the crowds, entrance, whatever. They were fighting everywhere. I mean, one stage, I think they were so high in the crowd, they were near the stairs, and I think Dean Ambrose wanted to do the dirty deeds. I mean, he could have killed him. I mean, it could be the end of Seth Rollins' career. I mean, he'd be gone. I mean, that would be more ECW, you know, way. Then WWE wouldn't do that. I mean, obviously, it didn't happen, which it didn't. But I think Seth Rollins tried to do a power driver as well. I was like, what? These guys are mad. But obviously, the superstars interfered, and you know. But you know. and also I think Dean Ambrose jumped on the announce table and to the where Seth Rollins was in over the barricade, and that was pretty cool spot as well, pretty much. You saw Dean Ambrose one time use his curve stomp, which is Seth Rollins' finisher. I thought that was pretty awesome. But you know, he was going for the pin, and then obviously Kane interfered, and then Goldust comes, and then they started a huge brawl end up, and then when Dean Ambrose I think cleared Rowan and Harper, when he turned his back, you had Seth Rollins use the briefcase and just smashes Dean Ambrose to the head, and just got the win. It was like 1, 2, 3. It was over. You know, it's just I thought, wow, you know. If I did predict Seth Rollins was going to win, I actually thought, yeah, he's going to win. This is like I knew it in the prediction show, and I did choose he was going to use the briefcase, so that was pretty psychic stuff from me. But yeah, it was just. But the match itself, it wasn't a show stealer for me. I was disappointed. It was a decent match for what it was pretty decent. But but I wouldn't say it was match of the night for me. I don't think it was match of the night. It wasn't really. But I would like to see them go again. Obviously, I think the feud isn't over, and hopefully, hopefully next time they face each other, it will be a proper it'd be really a match, and maybe. A lot longer the time schedule, and just because I felt it just wasn't to be. It wasn't. But yeah, let's move on. Let's continue. Following that match, we had was it Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt? Yeah, and you had Jericho with a new jacket. Obviously got a pop. The Wyatt family, the Bray got a pop as well. To be honest with you, overall the quality of this match was pretty damn good. A lot better than it was a Battleground. I liked this match probably at the time so far. I liked this match. I thought that it was really good. I thought the match, I thought it was really good. It was mixed reactions. I think they said, "Let's go Jericho, let's go Bray Wyatt." I think at one stage. So, But the finish, was pretty much similar how Bray Wyatt beat Daniel Bryan. Just, he I think was it Jericho. Yeah, Jericho Jericho hit the cold breaker. I think Jericho hit the cold breaker. It was actually ended up being a 2 count. But then he after Jericho I think. From outside, he jumped, and then Bray Wyatt catches him, puts him, does the Sister Abigail to the barricade, and then throws him in, and then got the win. So that was pretty. That was pretty cool. I thought it was a cool finish, but it was exactly the same sort of as Daniel Bryan was, because Daniel Bryan did a suicide dive and he catches him, and then he did the Sister Abigail onto the barricade and then throws him in and got the win. Kind of same as Jericho's one. So Bray Wyatt wins cleanly. I did predict Bray Wyatt was going to win. I said it was going to be clean. So there was no disappointment there. You see, Jericho did put him over in the end. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Jericho beat Bray Wyatt in Battleground." Look, Jericho ain't going to put Bray Wyatt over. He's just going to be like maybe Cena, but did put him over, and it was a good match. And unlike Cena, he actually put him over. He actually put, Bray Wyatt ended up winning the war. He might have lost the first battle, but he ended up winning the war. But what? I wonder what's gonna happen next. I think this probably could be the end of the feud. So I don't know what will happen next for Jericho or Bray Wyatt. I wonder maybe I would, if they made Bray Wyatt more credible, if they made him beat Cena at least twice, one of them clean victory, he could have actually faced Brock Lesnar, down the line and that would have been pretty cool, and he could have that face turn. But hey, that's just an idea, but that didn't happen. But obviously after the match, he obviously sang, he said the whole world in his hands, and then poses and then just leaves. And after that, there was a match with Brie Bella versus Stephanie. She came out with a ring new gear, really sexy. Brie obviously came out. She looked cool. She looked good. I feared for this match. I thought, this match is going to be terrible, but I think I was right, and it was pretty bad. It was really a really bad match. Terrible. I just lost interest. After 5 minutes. I just thought, I went for a piss. To be honest, that's how bad it was. I was like, there was training as well. Stephanie was training and stuff to make it a good match, and it wasn't. Brie didn't do what could Brie do? Stephanie was stiff. She's rusty. She hasn't wrestled in 10 years. This was going to happen. She should have wrestled at least 1 or 2 matches or more or something. But that wasn't the case, and overall it was a terrible match. I did enjoy it. You had, one stage of, I think when Brie did the yes lock, you had Triple H coming out. Also, Nikki came out, at one stage. And, and then Stephanie, I think it goes for a pedigree, but, obviously she turns to a yes lock. And then Brie kicks Triple H to the floor, obviously saying yes, stand her over, and yes. And Nikki runs into Stephanie, and then when Stephanie backs in, Brie, she just laid Brie Bella, just laid her out. She turned on her sister. She turned heel. She helped Stephanie to her feet, and then looks at Triple H, and Stephanie does the pedigree, got the win. But she turns heel. Everybody kind of predicted that she was going to turn on her sister. It's too predictable for me. I don't know. I wasn't all for it. I didn't really care about the heel turn. She's a heel anyway. I just think she's a heel anyway. What's the difference? Nobody likes her anyway. So, but I don't know. I didn't care about the heel turn. I just thought it was pretty terrible. And then she just looked sad and miserable. She wasn't like cocky about it, but she just looked miserable, like she'd maybe done a mistake or something. But yeah, overall, that was after the match. They celebrated. Triple H to Stephanie. Nikki looked from the ringside, and obviously Stephanie posed, and then the photo obviously, they left. I think Stephanie actually stopped and kissed her daughters in the ringside. I didn't notice that, but she did that. And that was it. They celebrated and they went, basically, pretty much. We move on to the next match, which is Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a pretty, quite good match, maybe. Did predict Roman Reigns would win, and he did. He didn't. I thought it was actually a good match. Long. I enjoyed it. I think it started really slow, but I think it really picked up near the end of the match. I think the best quality was the last 10-15 minutes of it. When Orton did the RKO to Reigns, I thought that was pretty cool. And when Roman Reigns did the spear, when he was going for the spear, and then Orton counter it to a power slam. But yeah, that was really. But I think Orton did try to do the RKO again, but obviously, Reigns did the Superman punch, and then the RKO came out of nowhere. Then it was a 2 count, and then no one couldn't believe it. And then he tries to do the punt kick, and it ends up being. Then he just runs to the ropes and then the spear to get the winner. And, good finish, fine. They're pushing Reigns to the blue moon. Obviously, it was no surprise he won. And yeah, it's good. Yeah, we'll see what next. I think for Roman Reigns will be Triple H, and we'll see what happens. What happens next, really. And overall, yeah, it was a good match. But so far, I don't think any of the matches was match of the night for me. I mean, probably Jericho and Bray Wyatt is probably out of the match card. I think that was probably the best, I guess. But I don't think there was any match of the night. I don't think anyone really stole the show, I would say. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, we move on. Well, after the match. Obviously, you saw Reigns celebrate. Cole said it was his biggest win of his career. JBL says it could be a turning point. But I think, it was a big win. But I think he has pinned Triple H. I mean, you would say that was his biggest win of his career. He did pin. Batista, Triple H, John Cena, a lot of these guys, But yeah, we move on to the main event of the night, which was the title, which is the WWE World Heavyweight title match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Obviously, he was defending the World Heavyweight title, and yeah, the poor Brock Lesnar got mixed reactions, and Cena obviously got boos a lot, having that never give up towel thing, crappy thing. Early in the match, I was really surprised how Brock Lesnar hit F5 out of nowhere so early in the match, and then obviously Cena kicked out, which was no surprise. I would laugh if he actually got the win right there. It would be really funny. But he smiles, and that's Brock Lesnar, isn't it? Sorry about that, I needed a drink. It's good stuff. But after that, we just, most of the time, we just have Lesnar doing a bunch of German suplex in the match. Throughout the match, Cena was. He got his ass really whooped. I mean, he really got dominated by the Beast. I mean, he had, 16 German suplex. I mean, I would die. I mean, anyone would die from that. I mean, he could have had the concussion. But he looked really banged up. It looked like I didn't know what hit him. It was like maybe about 10 trains, 16 trains hitting your face. I mean, pretty nasty. I think one stage, I think he did. I think what was it? Brock Lesnar again tried another F5, but it ended up being a reverse to adjustment, and then it got a 2 count. But Lesnar again just laughing at Cena. He gets up and does the Undertaker talk with the tongue out, which was pretty funny. Cena didn't really do much. He did some punches, and he had a 2 adjustment once, and that was it really throughout the match. Some fans actually chanting it was boring. I mean, they lost it. Yeah, I have to say, it wasn't like the best main event of the night. It didn't deliver. It was pretty poor. They made Cena, for the first time in his career, like he was a jobber. Looked like he wasn't the face of the company. It wasn't the 15 world champion, not the Superman everybody knows. beating the odds. You know, it made Cena just nobody, like a, don't know how to describe it, just as a nobody. You know, like he was not, like he was nothing. Like it was the days when Brock Lesnar faced Cena. I think what 2003 made it around that time. It just made him like his bitch. It was like maybe it's a new era. Maybe it's the end. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it could be a new era of maybe Brock Lesnar's now the face of the company, and maybe people think Cena will turn heel now. You know, I don't know. I lost kind of hope of him turning heel years ago. I won't be surprised. Well, I think he's just going to be staying out with his character now. I'll be very surprised if they change anything of any part of him or turning heel now. But yeah, you know, Cena obviously did the STF one time as well, but he didn't tap out. He obviously counters the hold, then does more bombs on Cena, and then does the F5, and then wins the match. That was it. It wasn't a long match. It just made Cena just nobody. It's like he could have won the match early on. He was just playing with him. I mean, he's now the new World Heavyweight Champion. We've got now crowned. You know, but hitting 16 suplexes on Cena, wow, it's pretty incredible. Yeah, I couldn't believe how that would end up. But I'm just happy that Brock Lesnar come out as a champion. I'm not going to complain. I'm just happy it wasn't Cena. It was Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's a part-timer, not maybe now he'll appear more and more now. But he's suited. But when he holded the belts, it suited Brock Lesnar. He looked like a real champion, not like, you know. It was really, really awesome. It was really great. It just felt brilliant. I just loved every minute of him whipping Cena's ass. Just loved it. It might not have been the best. It wasn't the best match, but I loved it. You know. But it was a clean victory with no help from Paul Heyman. It was a clean victory as well. So it was really, you know, surprise. You know. But yeah, that was it. Pretty much. The SummerSlam 2014 review. So tell me your opinions, guys. What did you thought of SummerSlam? Did you thought it was a good show? Did you thought it was a bad show? I thought, my opinion, I thought it was a solid show. It was decent for what it was. Yeah, it was a solid show, but I thought it could have been better. I don't think it was the best pay-per-view, no. I expected better, but hey. But it was solid, it was decent. You know, give it that. You know, so tell me your opinion, guys. Leave me your feedback down below. Comment, like us, share us, and follow the PWF Twitter, which is PWF is War. Like our Facebook page and our Facebook group, which is Broadcast Wrestling Fallout. Go ahead and like my follow my personal Twitter account, which is Captain3Awesome. And of course, if you haven't already, you know what to do. You know what to do, guys. Click that subscribe button. Spread the word. Tell friends, pro wrestling fans, anybody who loves wrestling, to check us out and what they think. And of course, if you want to subscribe to my buddies, he's made his own YouTube channel, which is Project Pipe Bomb. That's it. Go ahead, which is Paul's the original, obviously, of Paul. You know, go ahead and subscribe to him, but he hasn't. It's his his sideshow thing. So go ahead and subscribe to him. And that's it, guys. So see you guys for another episode of the PWF show. I hope you enjoyed the show. So good night. I hope you enjoy Raw. I'm out. Peace.